Hey guys, Christine here from Dogs for Life Training and Wellness. And I wanted to jump on because there is a lot to be said about the Dogs for Life wellness. And so I just want to kind of talk about about some of the services that we have to offer and kind of the reason why, because I find that it's unusual for a dog trainer to care about what your dog eats. Um, and doing fresh food as opposed to commercial dry pellet food and and pet sensitivity tests. Pet sensitivity tests test your dogs for sensitivity to common ingredients found in dog food, environment, as well as heavy metal in a nutritional panel. And so these are kind of elements that I felt from a dog trainer's perspective in working with dogs for so long, that when you work with a lot of dogs, you tend to see things uh, because you're seeing it through the masses of like these developments. And so one of the things as a dog trainer that I found is that a lot of dogs have either behavioral problems or people struggle to train their dog, and they think they have a behavior problem when in fact they have a sensitivity, a food problem. And so food can cause different reactions. Based on those reactions can be related to behavior. So for example, if a dog is eating food that makes them hyperactive and you have a dog that is destructive and creating problems in the house, and you're not looking at how to change the diet, making sure that the diet is the right diet and is not the cause of the behavior, because I don't think people think about that. Like, why is my dog? They just think their dog has behavior issues. And so I set out to try to resolve this. And what I come to find is a pet sensitivity lab that I work with. And they do the sensitivity tests through a hair analysis. Um, there's some other manufacturers that are out there, probably with bigger names than the pet wellness through the Dogs for Life. But the reality is, all three tests from two of the larger, including, not including Dogs for Life, but three of us that are out there, um, that basically do this hair analysis through biofeedback. And so those other companies, one of those companies, you can buy a kit at your local dog retail store. And so how they work their marketing is they have a little postcard or a purchase that they make, that you make in a store. However, the retailer gets a kickback, which means you're paying extra money to have a test done to buy it in the retail store. It's okay. The bigger of our three group, they break down each category. They have a food category, they have an environmental category, they have a heavy metal category, and so they test, but each one of those tests is separate. So it doesn't come all inclusive into one comprehensive test of your dog's wellness through the whole, through all of it, the environment, the food, and heavy metals. And so they're pricey because you have to pay for three different tests when in fact one test will do, which is Dogs for Life Pet Wellness Test. We test over 750 elements for $89.95. That's a good price, guys, in comparison to some of the other companies that are taking your money. So how I had it worked out, and because I really feel that anybody with a dog should be doing this, quite frankly, because did you know 7 out of 10 dogs have food sensitivities that can be causing them inflammation, health issues, inflammatory, behavioral, emotional. I mean, it's kind of, I just think everybody should just do it. We do it for cats too. And actually, if you reach out to me, they have one for humans. And I did it for myself. And so I'll tell you my experience really quick. They did the test, and there were 3 ingredients that were on the no-no list that I ate every morning. And so I will tell you symptomatically, you kind of don't pay attention to a lot of things, but one of the things that I experienced a lot was brain fog. I always thought it was the allergies to the environment, and something I ate made me not feel all that great, whatever. And the other thing is I had this pain that was kind of in my gut area, if you will. And that pain, gosh, I got dust, I'm sorry, outside. I feel itchy. Talking about allergies, and now I'm itchy. Anyways, and so the other thing was a pain that I had in my gut. And I had that pain forever. I just thought it was like just always going to be there. So I didn't really pay much attention to it. Anyways, I took out these 3 items that I tested as a no-no. And in 2 days, I was feeling very clear-minded. For longer, I wasn't having any clarity issues within the day, which was my normal. At some point in the day, I was going to get some brain fog. Whether it was in the beginning, middle, or end, at some point it was coming. So within 2 days, that kind of cleared up for me. Not 100%, but I wasn't getting it every day. The other thing, in about it was either 5 or 6 days, that pain I always had in my gut, gone. And so I was like, wow, yeah, there's some truth to this. I experienced it myself because, I don't want to sell something to people if I didn't really believe in and didn't think it worked. And so I was like, the best way to figure that out is if it works is to do the test myself, see if I felt anything. And I did. But anyways, I do feel that, hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
I do feel that everybody who has a dog should do this test. Because, like I said, a lot of times you might not know things that your dog is experiencing because obviously they can't sit down and say, yeah, I'm having brain fog. Rather, what they're doing is not listening, not paying attention. And so there are behaviors that are associated, and we don't think about that. So the how we do our food sensitivity test is you make the purchase. When you make the purchase, you get a receipt that says thank you for your order. And in that, there is a PDF file. You just download the PDF file and you print it off, you fill it out, and it gives you the instructions on how to send in the hair sample. Now here's the thing. Some of those other places, you got to go online and be a member. And in order to get your results, you got to give them, oh, come on guys, give them information you might not want to give. Come on, sorry. And the other one is you have to get like a kit that you fill it out, you get a purchase, and then they send you a kit. I don't know why you need a kit, because it's not like you need to wash your dog with a special, special shampoo It doesn't require the hair follicles to be, clean and disinfected. You just send them. It's like back in the old days when you used to go and get a job, and they made you go to the doctor and they pluck a couple of hair from you, and they read the root of the hair follicle to see whether you've been doing drugs or not, right? So, but anyways, yeah. So I feel that I feel good about that product and what to offer, because I do feel it has a lot of benefit. I feel it's a great value for the 750 elements. It gives you 4 different categories. You don't need to waste time, waiting for snail mail for some, kit to get to you. You're not having to pay retailers extra money. It's just straightforward. You make the purchase online. It gives you the receipt. You send in the hair sample, and in 5 to 7 days after the lab receives your hair sample, you get an email. And in that email gives you the results. If you have questions about the results, based on how to read it, anything of that nature, we help you out. Now, really quick, the only other thing that I can add that nobody else offers is once you get your test results back, people can be very confused by, like, what do I do with this information? Like these heavy metals? How is my dog sensitive to the heavy metals, and how do I know what's in my environment that has these heavy metals that I need to stay away from, or which foods to start with? So you get this test and you got to break it all down and categorize it. We help you do that. And then you got to go out and look for a food that's going to fit your dog's health plan based on the results of your test. So what we offer, certainly you could do a consultation. We can walk you through, get into the deep dive of it all. But the other thing is, we make custom meal plans. I will take that test result and take information in regards to your weight of your dog, the age of your dog, the breed of your dog's behaviors. Do they like sun versus, heat versus cool? I take a lot of information and then create a profile. And in that profile, hang on one second. And in that profile, I kind of plug that into my computer system. And then based on that, come on, Fizzy. Based on that, will give me a daily caloric. And then I take your test, and then I can create a recipe for your specific dog based on the test results. And then you can look at, how to help improve. Because here's the reality. Is dog allergies, which it's 1 out of 3 dogs that actually have true allergies. And allergies are an immune system issue, which means you need to work on the gut. And or food sensitivities, which is you've already bypassed the allergies and you now have leaky gut. And so the leaky gut is what causes, or poor gut is what causes food sensitivities. It's because your body does not know how to process that. So we make custom meal plans. So if you have a dog that has behavior, if you have a dog with allergies, food sensitivities, if you have a dog that you're just looking for a wellness panel overall, then save yourself some bucks. Go to dogsforlife.com, order the pet wellness panel for $89, and it will give you a slew of information that you then could start looking at the overall health of your dog and what can you do to make it better. How can you create it so that your dog doesn't develop a disease and or struggle with inflammation and or struggling with loss of memory and or cognitive issues or digestive issues or skin and coat issues. So it's a quality of life thing. Anyways, I think I've talked enough. So I try to make a video for you every time I take my dogs for a walk, just 2 to 3 times a day. That's a lot of videos, right? But I don't do 2 or 3 videos every day. Anyways, long and the short of it, guys, dogsforlife.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, fill out the contact, and we can set up a consultation if needed. So very flexible, but the idea is we are here to help dogs live a better life, because that's what we all want, a longer life with our animals. So talk to you soon, guys. Take care.